So tell me about the actual D-Day invasion and what was that like? What June?
June the 6th.
6th. Well,
19...
how did that start off? How did that day start off for you?
Oh, it was kind of bad because we were on C-47s. It's an airplane transport plane. We were flying over the channel. We could look out there. It was a pretty good moon. We could see ships all over the place, you know, underneath. Thousands of ships. And then we got to France. They started shooting at us. There was so much firing that we could hear the firing hit the airplane. But they were tough planes. They were very well built. After a while, the light came on to jump, and I just said, well, this is it. I landed down, jumped out, and I had landed in a place where they had flooded for the paratroopers to jump in. And some guys didn't make it out of there, not too many. But I landed there, it's about 4 or 5 feet of water. And I landed with 3 other guys. One of them was one of my best buddies. And the other 2 guys they were buddies too. But it took us until about 4 o'clock that afternoon to get out of the water. And we were a little bit soaked. And the enemy kept firing at us while we were in there. We could just feel the bullets going over us, but we weren't worried.
We got out of the...
Well, we got out of the water and we were in bad shape, the 4 of us. There was a farmer standing out there and he waved us over there, so we went over there and he saw that we were in bad shape. That water's cold, real cold. And he asked how we were, so I said, hey, the best I could, my friend said, how about some liquor? So he goes out there to his house, comes back with a bottle of Calvados and 1 glass. So he gave them to me. So I said, no, you drink first. So he took 1 drink, so it's okay then. So then the 4 of us, we took a shot, helped us a little bit, kind of warmed us up. Then he asked us to come in his house. And his wife had a great big pot of soup. And they gave us some soup, and it was very welcome. It was nice and hot. And it's getting late in the afternoon. Days are long at summertime over there. And we slept in his barn. The next morning we started out and let's go fight. And we did.
Just the 4 of you were like
just the 4 of us, yeah.
Platoon or whatever?
We didn't, we didn't know where anybody else was at. Because they jumped us so far away from our drop zone. We were scattered all over the place. And that helped us a lot because we were in such scattered that the enemy thought that there were millions of us because we were all over the place, little groups all over. And paratroopers are cocky. We were challenged by a platoon of them, just the 4 of us. We take them on. And we did pretty good.
So how long was that you were out there doing that then?
I think about 2.5 days.
And then where'd you go? And then
we got together. We finally found the rest of our outfit. And we had a few little fights. And then we moved to a place called Saint-Côme-du-Mont. And so we were told, see that hill over there? We're going to be on top of that hill by 8 o'clock tonight. So we started out there. And then we knew that they were real ammunition they were shooting at us. They were, guys were going down. before we got there, we were moving to that place. I looked up to the side on the hill there, and there's Colonel Mosby. He was a regimental commander. He had broken his leg on the jump, and he was in a wheelbarrow. A guy was wheeling him, and Mosby would yell at us, "Come on, get out, follow me." He was a real leader, but he was in a wheelbarrow. And that poor guy with a wheelbarrow, he was standing straight up with a wheelbarrow. The rest of us were ducking down to him. He couldn't do that. And so this, when we came to this town of St. Vermont, and we got organized as a unit, we started going to this place. We named, letter name was called Purple Heart Lane. That was Purple Heart. It was paved with Purple Hearts. So many guys got hit there. So many guys got hit there. It was a causeway. That's a road with water on both sides. And water was such that you couldn't wade across it. It was too deep. And too many branches and trees and shrubbery. You couldn't put a boat across there. So we had to get on the road. And the road was elevated. And so you had to walk in that road. There's no other way to get to this place, Carentan, where that was our objective. We could only get a few steps at a time, and there was shooting and by machine guns, rifles, and there was artillery, and pretty soon here comes an airplane, a bad guy airplane. And I says, "Hey, this is it. If this is the way, it's going to be all the way to Berlin. I don't want to go." But he strafed and dropped a few bombs. And that was about it. It was out by that time. It was about midnight. We got over there. We had 4 bridges to cross. One of was had been repaired by engineers. And it was just planks going across. And when I went across those planks, they started going up and down. I looked down there, and it was deep. I could see bodies of paratroopers down there. I don't know how many there were, but quite a few. And I said to myself, "Oh, what a waste of good Americans. What a waste." So we kept on going down there. We were pinned down and couldn't move. That it was just impossible to move. And pretty soon this colonel commander of the 3rd Battalion, he had a big rough voice. He says, "Fix bayonets." I said, "Oh my God, I know what's coming up next." So we fixed bayonets. And then he says, "Follow me." Now, he was a leader. And so we followed him. We started running across there. I could see people running over there and falling down. And this Lieutenant Rogers, we used to call him Buck Rogers, he was out there, "Come on, come on, them guys aren't getting hit, they're just falling down." They were hit because there were holes in them. So we took that place called the Cabbage Patch. Went in there, and I saw so many guys. You had a hard time running without stepping on somebody. Both the enemy and our guys. There was just, the ground was just littered with bodies. Yeah. It was rough. I'd never seen as much blood as I did there. But we took that place. You're not going to stop a paratrooper. That's what we felt, you know. And we were fighting against paratroopers. And we knew they were paratroopers. So we made us, you know, but showing that we were better. We don't care what they sent us against us. We was going to take them on.